Tonight on the scene of the Halloween horror, reported tornadoes, drivers trapped. Buildings destroyed, the trailer lifted and dropped on the roof of a Holiday Inn. The husband and father trapped in his car, the fast rising waters surrounding him, recording a message to his family.
Hopefully they'll be here soon.
The storm's already turning deadly and millions facing severe weather tonight. Also breaking, American Special Operations Forces will now enter Syria in the fight against ISIS, sent to assist, but will there be combat? The race for 2016 and the Republican rebellion tonight, suspending an upcoming debate, blasting the questions this week. Tonight, their new demands. The classroom fireball, the eruption that sent students running. Several injuries, hundreds forced to evacuate. And the stunning Amber Alert, the 2-year-old abducted, the Good Samaritan driving right behind, calling police, the 2-year-old waving to the driver.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and we begin tonight with the deadly storms on the move at this hour. At least 2 reported tornadoes, and the waters rising so quickly it trapped drivers in their cars in Texas. 12 million in the storm zone tonight. A trailer in Floresville, Texas, landing on the roof there of a Holiday Inn. A school bus in San Antonio stranded, students rescued. And this driver, a dad in Austin, trapped in his car, surrounded, the waters rising. He pulls out his phone there and starts recording. You can see the rushing river right outside his window. He begins a message for his family. And as you're about to see, he climbs out of his sinking car and then climbs a tree where he held on for hours. Tonight, 1 person dead, another missing, and ABC's Ryan Owens leads us off from Texas.
So it's flooding here.
With water flooding the inside of his car, Kerry Packer used his cell phone to record this message for his family.
Love you guys.
In case he couldn't make it out.
So you can see I'm floating down some sort of creek in the middle of this weather. I've called 911. They've told me to roll down my windows and stay in the car, and hopefully they'll be here soon.
They weren't. With the Austin man hours from rescue and his car taking on water, he got creative.
As it was sinking, I grabbed onto this tree and climbed up. I'm about 20 feet up right now.
From the relative safety of 20 feet up in that tree, we spoke to Packer about how the floodwater seemed to come out of nowhere.
It didn't look like there was a lot of water.
Tonight, his car submerged like so much of central Texas. 1.5 feet of rain fell in the last 24 hours between San Antonio and Austin. The rising water killing at least 1 driver. Sheriff's deputies had to rescue 4 special needs students and 2 teachers when their bus got stranded near San Antonio. As if the rain weren't enough, 2 reported tornadoes hit the area, damaging storefronts in this downtown. And here in Floresville, southeast of San Antonio, just look at this. High winds lifting a trailer onto the roof of a hotel. The storm flattened part of the local high school. But tonight, it's the water threatening to do the most damage.
I'm hearing a helicopter.
1 man who will be staying dry, Kerry Packer. He was finally rescued after hanging on to that tree for 5 hours. Here's a look at the damage to that school. Everything that should be up there is now all the way down here. Fortunately, this storm moved through before classes started, or we could be talking about a very different story. David.
Yeah, that was a good thing. Ryan Owens leading us off. Ryan, thanks. Gets right to meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking this, and you were telling me tornado watches, flash flood watches as we head into the night.
Yeah, truly a double whammy, David. Both of those items of concern here. The flood watches extend through tomorrow for New Orleans. The tornado watches through this evening. So the same areas that got the flooding still have the threat for severe weather, because we have another line that's developing now west of Dallas and stretching across Austin. That's the cold front. And once that moves through, we clear things out. But until it does, we have a severe threat tonight, and flooding is going to be an issue for eastern parts of Texas. Then tomorrow afternoon, we get in through Louisiana, Alexandria, and through Jackson, Mississippi, and then tomorrow night and through early Sunday morning into New Orleans. A severe weather threat there as well, and a decent amount of moisture for southeast Louisiana in through parts of the south, right on through the Halloween weekend.
Dicey Halloween for a lot of trick-or-treaters. Rob will be watching this weekend. In the meantime, to the other major headline breaking today, the White House announcing for the first time U.S. ground troops, Special Operations Forces, will enter Syria to help in the fight against ISIS. A reversal for President Obama, who has said in the past there would be no U.S. combat forces in Syria. Tonight, the White House saying their mission will be to help train local forces. But we saw what just happened in recent days against ISIS in Iraq. Elite U.S. forces pulled into a deadly firefight themselves. One American fighter, a father of 4, killed in the line of duty. So can the White House be sure what these forces could face in Syria? ABC's chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz.
This is what it can look like when U.S. Special Operations Forces are on the ground fighting ISIS. Just last week, the first American combat death at the hands of the terror group in Iraq. And now, the U.S. is sending Special Operations Forces, close to 50 of them, to Syria, with no promise from the White House that the number won't increase.
I don't want to try to predict the future here.
Putting American troops on the ground in one of the most dangerous places on the planet is a major shift in the fight against ISIS. But today, the White House downplayed it again and again.
They do not have a combat mission. They have a training, advising, and assist mission. Strictly train, advise, and assist role. The train, advise, and assist mission.
Train, advise, and assist was also the promise made about American troops in Iraq. And yet the Delta Force was still pulled into that deadly firefight last week. And just look how the number of American troops in Iraq has climbed since June of 2014, going from 300 to 1,600, and now to more than 3,500 troops.
And Martha Raddatz with us now, live from Washington. And Martha, a lot of these veterans' families are going to be asking, how can we be sure the American forces will only be training and assisting and not pulled into combat like what we saw in recent days?
Well, we can't really, David. Even though they say the Special Operations Forces will be in a headquarters, that does not mean they won't see combat, David.
All right, Martha Raddatz with us tonight. Thank you, Martha. We turn now to the race for 2016 and new fallout tonight after that contentious debate. Republicans taking aim at the moderators, angry with the questions this week. Those fireworks apparently paying off. Dr. Ben Carson, his campaign, saying they pulled in $2 million after taking on the media. Tonight, the Republican Party taking action too, suspending an upcoming debate. Here's ABC's Jonathan Karl.
Tonight, the Republican candidates revolt.
Even in New Jersey, what you're doing is called rude. So,
fuming over this week's debate on CNBC.
Is this a comic book version of a presidential campaign?
It's not a comic book, and it's not a very nicely asked question, the way you say that.
The questions that have been asked so far in this debate illustrate why the American people don't trust the media.
we have $19 trillion in debt. We have people out of work. We have ISIS and Al-Qaeda attacking us. And we're talking about fantasy football? Can we stop?
Now the Republican Party chairman is suspending plans for a February debate on CNBC's sister network, NBC. Writing, CNBC's moderators engaged in a series of gotcha questions, petty and mean-spirited in tone and designed to embarrass our candidates. NBC called it a disappointing development, pledging to work with Republicans to address their concerns. This is not the first time Republicans have complained. Who could forget Donald Trump's fury over the way he was treated in the first debate?
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
I've been very nice to you, although I could probably maybe not be based on the way you have treated me, but I wouldn't do that.
That debate, of course, on Fox News, and the next one will be on Fox Business. And tonight, Republicans say it will go on as scheduled.
And John Karl with us here in New York tonight, and word of a big meeting about these upcoming debates among Republicans this weekend.
Yeah, representatives of all the campaigns, they all have demands about the debates, beginning with more control over the moderators. But remember, this is a summit of enemies. They have different demands. For example, Ben Carson wants more candidates on the stage. Donald Trump wants fewer. He wants to cut out those with low poll numbers.
All right, speaking of the race, good luck in the marathon this weekend with the ABC team.
Big relay team.
Good to have you, John. We turn to other news on this Friday night into a terrifying start to the school day at a high school in Virginia. 5 students and a teacher injured during an ordinary chemistry class when an experiment goes wrong. A fireball erupting, students and their clothes on fire at first. ABC senior national correspondent Jim Wjla on the scene in Virginia.
Sirens blaring as this Fairfax, Virginia high school is evacuated when a science experiment in the chemistry lab sends a ball of flame across the classroom, injuring 5 students and the teacher. 2 of the kids seriously hurt and taken by helicopter to a DC burn unit.
A big fireball shot, like, sideways out of the class.
Daniel Dorlester was in the lab when he says the teacher was conducting an experiment on an open flame. A flash fire catching one girl's hair on fire as shocked students watched.
Someone at the end of the hallway was on fire.
Local police say it's an accident, no wrongdoing. It's happened before. Just this spring in Phoenix, an open flame in science class ignited a 5-gallon jug of ethanol. The teacher was burned and one student suffered minor injuries. And last fall in Reno, Nevada, a children's museum fire tornado experiment went awry when methanol exploded in front of watching children. David, most of the high schoolers already treated and released from the hospital, but at least one remains in fair condition at the local burn unit. David?
Jim Wjla on the scene for us. Thanks, Jim. We turn now to a scare in the air for passengers on board an American Airlines flight from Los Angeles bound for Philly. Shortly after takeoff, one of those passengers storming into first class, ranting about 9/11. The pilot and crew taking swift action, that plane diverted. ABC's David Curley covers aviation.
First, 2 Phoenix police officers, then that passenger wearing a baseball cap with his arms raised, being escorted off the American Airlines jet, in this video obtained by TMZ.
It was extremely scary. The entire plane was nervous.
It started shortly after the fasten seatbelt sign was turned off. The male passenger walking into first class, reportedly refusing to return to his seat. There, authorities say he begins to make threatening and alarming statements about the government and a reference to 9/11.
The poor guy needs help. But he scared the hell out of everybody.
Passengers and crew intervene and return the man to his seat.
We strapped his belt on, and that's when the flight attendant came and brought duct tape.
With 153 passengers on board the Thursday flight, the pilot diverts to Phoenix. Police say the passenger was in his seat with a seatbelt on when they boarded the plane to remove him. Tonight, no word if the man who flew out of here will face charges. He was taken to a mental facility and is reportedly under the care of doctors. And under Arizona law, he can be held for up to 3 days. David?
David Curley with us tonight. Thanks, David. A major development this evening after those cases of suspected arson involving churches in St. Louis this month. Here's the map. 2 weeks, fires at 7 churches, mostly in black neighborhoods. Tonight, a suspect is under arrest, charged in 2 of those fires. A 35-year-old male. Officials say this does not appear to be a hate crime and does not appear to have been targeting any racial, ethnic, or religious groups. We have new reporting after that manhunt across state lines in Kentucky and Tennessee. The suspect, a convicted rapist on the run for a week, killed overnight after a shootout with police, but it was pitch black. And so tonight here, ABC's Alex Perez with the thermal imaging they used to catch him.
After 6 days on the run and shootouts with police in 2 states, authorities finally catch up with convicted criminal Floyd Ray Cook. The first crucial tip from a resident Thursday afternoon who spotted Cook near a wooded area.
He come up here asking for a ride and he told him no.
Leading investigators to zero in on an area in rural Kentucky.
Once authorities were able to track Cook into the woods here, they used a thermal imaging camera from a chopper up above, similar to this one, to pinpoint where he was. Take a look. You can see the camera clearly shows heat leaving the body.
In the dark of night, that camera was the help police needed.
Tonight was kind of the scary moment. When you're searching in the dark, that's an uneasy feeling.
Just after midnight, they come face to face with Cook.
Shot fired, shot fired.
Police say there was a gunfight, Cook firing at officers who shot back, killing him.
And David, this is where that firefight with police ended. You can see bullet holes on this tree right here, many across the area, breathing a big sigh of relief. David?
Relief in those communities for sure. Alex, thank you. Now to Tennessee, the race to save a 2-year-old girl. An Amber Alert issued, a driver trailing the kidnapper as the 2-year-old waved to the Good Samaritan from the window as they called police. Here's ABC's David Wright.
Amber Alert, a child abducted from Knoxville, Tennessee.
I think I'm behind the Amber Alert that was called out this morning.
Steve Adams of Murrow County, Ohio, is proof the system works. He's 2 states away from Quiet Way in Knoxville, where the little girl went missing.
I saw Tennessee plates. I was like, there is no way.
At first, he's not even sure.
Do you want me to creep up and see if I can get the plate?
The 911 dispatcher tells him to go for it.
G116U.
It is the license plate number. That is the right one, sir.
He follows the black Chevy Impala for 20 minutes. Inside the vehicle, a man matching the description of Tyler Enix, accused of murdering his ex-wife Kimberly and abducting their 2-year-old daughter Brooklyn.
Yeah, the little girl's waving at me. Oh, I see one of your deputies coming.
Thanks to Adam's quick thinking, Tyler Enix is arrested without incident.
God put me in the right place at the right time to do the right thing.
And little Brooklyn is now safe. David Wright, ABC News, New York.
David, thank you. Up next here, the ABC News exclusive tonight, Leah Remini. You know her from King of Queens. One-on-one tonight with Dan Harris about her life in Scientology, her interactions with Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. And tonight, a statement from Katie Holmes right here. A major warning tonight about peanut butter, the popular brand now being recalled. And take a look at this tonight. The coach tossing the puck to an 8-year-old kid behind the glass there. The adult stealing the puck away. Well, we've got the boy right here tonight, and you've got to see how this story ends. Come on back.
Well, this is a first. AT&T and DirecTV are now one. So get ready to laugh here and cry here. Scream over here and freak out over there. And maybe go back to laughing here and crying there. Try not to laugh here, though. It's rude. And maybe don't cry here. People will get the wrong idea. Introducing the all-in-one plan, only from DirecTV and AT&T.
It takes a lot of work to run this business, but I really love it. I'm on the move all day long. And sometimes, I just don't eat the way I should. So I drink Boost to get the nutrition that I'm missing.
Boost Complete Nutritional Drink has 26 essential vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D to support strong bones, and 10 grams of protein to help maintain muscle, all with a great taste.
I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon.
Stay strong.